Well, we're at the Travis County Exposition Center, and right now we are making sure that all the victims are moulaged correctly.
I'm supposed to be a male, 4 years younger than I actually am, so I gained some years. That was a good experience. And I am a burn victim and categorized as a trauma.
This helps you to understand when somebody comes up and says, what's going on? You know, if somebody put a loud firecracker right here,
Right.
you know, and blew up right next to you, you can't hear, you can't talk, and that's how you act for the emergency responders.
Okay.
So that they then are supposed to treat you according to that and make sure that you're taken care of.
In a disaster scenario, you have to make people look the part. So this is basically a Hollywood makeover, if you will, for a disaster victim, and some of it's pretty realistic looking. It's kind of scary.
These are all role players that we have sitting here, and each one of them has a very specific role. They may have burns, they may be panicked, they may be aggressive towards the police. And so we have about 350 people sitting in these seats, and they have about 350 different roles.
I am a blast injured person with shrapnel. Whatever they tell us they want us to do, we'll do it.
As far as the schedule goes, we're pretty well on schedule right now. We're learning some things, making sure that when the time comes, we will be ready.
This is a good way to let them practice their skills, learn how to use their equipment, learn how to save people when it comes to a disaster. It's not just the first responders, it's the whole community of Austin that will benefit from this. So yeah, it's exciting and kind of a fun thing to do. Beats sitting at home watching television all day, that's for sure.
They'll finish getting all the moulage stuff done. You can see we still have quite a few people that have to be decorated a little bit. And then after a lunchtime period, the actual event will kick off. I think we're ahead of schedule, so that's a good thing.
Next!
So I'm just going to go around and kind of see how the areas are going, how we're taking care of the volunteers, because obviously we want to make sure they're happy and getting taken care of. You know, we learned a lot from Katrina and not being ready and those kind of things, and getting to do it real life and then seeing where our shortfalls are.
We were all thinking maybe we'd go to McDonald's just to see what would happen.
Yeah.
And then this gentleman said we could go to Walmart, nobody even paying any attention.
That might be, you'll be on some YouTube theme sometimes. People react totally different. I mean, we've had people beat up the people that were doing the reporting. I mean, we've had people scream, lock the door. You know, they just didn't know how to react. I think that's one of the things that we can maybe do from emergency response, is teaching people how to understand that you're going to be those situations.
We have people who are dismembered, burned, have blood spouting out, things sticking out of their necks. You name it, we've got it.
I was involved in a severe bomb blast, a terrorist attack today. So despite how I look, I'm actually really severely injured. So I'm going to have to be transported probably to the hospital today. So it feels like it. My head hurts, I'm disoriented, I can't really hear what people are saying to me. So
We don't know anything about the terrorist, of course, yet, because we're having a good time here at the rodeo as far as we're concerned, and I don't have all these injuries. It's about to get very exciting, because when the boom goes off, that will signal to all of us that the incident, the scenario, the bomb has gone off, the terrorists have attacked us, and oh my gosh, it'll be rather chaotic at that point. So there's a lot that's going to be going on pretty soon, James. It's going to get real exciting.
So our scenario just started, and we are getting ready to brief all of our victims who are going to end up running out these doors very quickly. Everything is going excellent so far. We've had very few issues. People are well prepared. They're all moulaged up, they're ready to go.
Oh, that was nothing.
Listen up!
Is that it?
Stand up! Yes, sir. First row out.
What will happen then is that our EMS responders will be alerted to the fact that we've all been injured. He's making zombie-like sound.
somebody help! He's having a heart attack too!
So we have our people, and they're starting to wander around.
I want to go! Sir, you need to sit down. I don't want to sit down.
Because they haven't been helped yet, so they're actually going to wander to the distant edges of the property.
Where the heck are those responders? And this guy, look at him, he's chewing his gum while he's dead. That's great.
Right now what we're doing is we're taking some of the victims and we're having them simulate that they're coming around, but they're completely dazed and they're unconscious or almost unconscious and they don't know where they're at, and they're going to wander off, and it's going to stress all the first responders because it's going to be like trying to gather up all these cats that just got lost. I think it's going very well. These guys are doing a great job of seeming very realistic. They're very enthusiastic. I don't know if you saw the one SWAT team officer try to corral that group of people. He managed to divert one of them and the rest of them got away. So it's very realistic for the way a disaster occurs.
I need 2 single file lines on me before we can do anything else.
What's taking place behind me today is decontamination of casualties from the event that took place earlier in this afternoon. It's how you would normally handle any type of a catastrophic event.
Get these people back!
There are going to be times of big stress.
There's no doctors, there's no nurses, nothing!
This is the best time for us to learn how to deal with those stressors.
Come on, we're getting out of here!
The training that you get out of this, the lessons learned out of this are going to be tremendous for later on in a real catastrophic event. This type of an exercise is always great training because we haven't seen IEDs and explosive events.
Unfortunately, since he is pretty severe, I have to get on to the other people who are still alive and able to walk out of it.
We have to be ready for these type of incidents, and this is the best way to do that is through an exercise like this. We had a lot of volunteers that showed up from around the city of Austin.
I just feel really sore. I feel very cooperative and normal.
And I think it's going very well. This is a real learning experience for all of us. Not only the learning experience, but working together as different organizations.
It was chaotic, but in a real situation, I guess it would be too. So it was pretty exciting and chaotic. I think today has gone remarkably well when you consider how many different players there are, how many different organizations have been involved, how many different tools, how many pieces of equipment have been put into play here. I think we've seen a really good effort in coordinating our response, because the mistakes that we have made today will be lessons learned tomorrow. So it's all okay. This is all just a great effort.